And again, that's on our Facebook page.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final home game of the season for your Oly Town Artesians as they wrap up the home schedule of their inaugural season of the USL2. And, boy, they've come into this match on a bit of a streak lately. They've taken points from 4 of their last 5 games. They have been playing quite well the last month or so of the season. My name is John McGlamory, bringing you all the action this week, and always brought to you by Cartwright Media. Brandon Cartwright, always making me look good up here. Boy, what a night we have in store for you tonight. Like I said, the last home game of the season. We've got sponsors here. We've got Foot and Ankle Surgical Associates here. We've got Mi Pueblo Food Truck here. We've got Oly Fed here. We've got all kinds of people here ready to celebrate. The Tacoma Stars are here. We're celebrating both their pro team and their WISL championship team. And also at halftime today, we are celebrating the OlyTown Women, who won the NWPL championship a few weeks back down in Salem against CFC Athletica. All of that to come. We are hoping to get some guests on the broadcast tonight as well. Maybe some surprise guest Stars players, Stars coaches to talk about the MASL, the Major Arena Soccer League, talk about that and how they help out in the community and whatnot. But before we do any of that, we've got a game to play here, and it's a good one. It's our bit of rivalry that has started between Ballard FC and the Oly Town Artesians, two teams separated by 60 miles of freeway. Ballard FC won the first matchup of the season. It was 3-0, the win they took on Memorial Day up at Inter Bay Stadium. And a few weeks back, the Oly Town Artesians grabbed their first points of their career, or as their first points of the season, their first points in existence in the USL, with a 1-1 tie against Ballard FC. And, boy, the Artesians have been playing well ever since that loss against Ballard up in Seattle. But let's talk about the last couple weeks. Last week we definitely wanted to be here, but we had some challenges getting you the broadcast on the air, so we didn't do it. And the Oly Town Artesians played an amazing game against Lane United. Lane United, of course, beating Oly Town 2-0 down in a torrential downpour down in Eugene about a month ago. And last week, Lane United came into town. It was a goal by Jason Fairhurst that put the Artesians up 1-0, and it stayed that way till the 90-plus third minute of the game when a fluky goal went in the back of the net, scored by the goalkeeper from Lane United. And, boy, we ended up with a 1-1 tie that really, you like getting the points, but it stings a little bit not getting all three. But let's talk about the game 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we played here at home against OVF, the Oregon Valley Federation Football Association, the OVF Alliance. They're out of Corvallis and Albany, Oregon. And, boy, it was a game that will always stick in my head. 11 goals scored, 3 goals in the first 15 minutes by the Artesians. It ended up being a 6-5 win. And we've got a highlight package for you, so let's roll that. Take a look at the highlights from 2 weeks ago as the Oly Town Artesians beat the OVF Alliance. Plays it across the field to Dominique Kosahase. And now played out to Isidro. Isidro takes it, left-footed shot, and he scores! Isidro Prado Huerta with the bullet into the back of the net. And the Artesians are up 1-0. 5 minutes into this game, a giveaway in the back, and Isidro Prado Huerta takes full advantage and slots it home past the keeper, Herringer. OVF, but now a giveaway again. Fairhurst plays it out wide. Can he get there? Yes, he does. Can he get around the defender? He does. He gets it in. Isidro shot the score! Isidro Prado Huerta with his second goal in 2 minutes. And the Artesians are up 2-0 over OVF Alliance. Plays it in. Manny. Cross pass to Gill. Back to Manny. Manny shoots and scores! Manny Nicasio continues his run and puts it into the back of the net. Manny Nicasio showing his stuff tonight as he puts one back, and the Artesians are back up by 2. It's 4-2 in the 39th minute. Beautiful job by Manny. Cuts it in the middle around Dobson. The shot comes in. It's saved by Sawyer Price. Sawyer Price never challenged by that one as he dove down to get it, but a good effort by Oscar Rosas. Puts it on frame, and Sawyer rising to the occasion to make the save. 55th minute here. And now Gil de la Luz with the running breakout. He takes a shot that goes wide, and it goes in the back of the net! Gil de la Luz with his second goal of the game. And a ball that came out of nowhere beats the keeper, Stuart Herringer, far post. And it's now 5-3 Oly Town. I thought that was going wide, and it went in the back of the net. So Gil de la Luz with his 5th goal of the season, his 2nd of the day. 58th minute of action here from Black Hills High School. Ball comes in. It's another good job. It's an Olympico. It goes in! Al Zimmerman with the Olympico. It's 6-3. As the Artesians jump back up to a 3-goal lead. Action here from Black Hills High School. That was it. The highlight package from the 6-5 victory over OVF Alliance. Chock full of goals. An Olympico by Al Zimmerman. And speaking with Jose Marquez before the game, I told him I didn't give him enough credit for the pass that he had on Gil de la Luz's 2nd goal of the game. It was about a 60-yard ball right onto the running path of Gil, who put it in past the keeper. An outstanding team game, a big win, and it was a game that propelled the Artesians out of the basement of the USL2 Northwest Division. So let's take a look at the standings right now. Tonight's game actually has very big implications. Capital FC and Ballard FC both have clinched the 2 playoff spots from the division, but CFC holds they hold the tiebreaker over Ballard with a 2-0 win last weekend. But those 2 teams meet again down in Salem on Sunday night. So Ballard needing a win to keep their chances alive of winning the number 1 seed out of here. And for the Artesians, they jumped up into 4th place in the standings, 2-5-2 after starting the season 0-4-0. They are 2-1-2 in their last 5, which is an amazing job of recovery by this team. And a win tonight potentially could put them in a tie with Lane United. Lane United would still be in 3rd based off the head-to-head tiebreaker with their 2-0 win down in Eugene a few weeks back. But the Artesians on a bit of a roll, and they are playing at this point of the season for respect, and I think for themselves as well. They are looking good. And with the last home game, anything could happen. The team looks ready. They look ready to play. And I think that we're going to see a great matchup tonight, as always. And leading into that matchup tonight, let's go over the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Ballard FC, in goal, number 1, Lars Hellerin. Number 5, number 6, Lucia Tetsane. Number 8, Taketo Onodera. Number 9, Alex Mejia. Number 10, Tyler Bjork. Number 15, Christian Engman. Number 16, Bailey Leatherman. Number 21, Peter Kingston, the winger, the speedster Peter Kingston. Number 22, Declan McGlynn. And number 25, Nick Ryerson. And now the starting lineup for the Oly Town Artesians. Brought to you by Dancing Goats, Coffee, Well 80, Artesian Brewing, the Lucky Dog Casino, Wembley Soccer Shop, Forma Construction, Olympia Jeep, Olympia Hotel, and Van Dorm Realty. Here they are in goal. Number 1, Sawyer Price. Defender number 2, Manny Nicasio. Midfielder number 5, Jordan Zimmerman. Midfielder number 8, Neil Boyle. Forward number 9, Tony Andoyan. Midfielder and captain number 10, Alec Zimmerman. Defender number 16, Jose Marquez. Starting up top tonight, number 17, Isidro Prado Huerta. Number 20, Jason Fairhurst taking his spot on the right wing. Number 21, Colin LeBranch out playing right back. And number 26, Cole Dobson back in the fray tonight for the Artesians. And that is your starting lineup. A couple roster notes today for the Artesians. No Habib Berry today, but today marks the the debut of Nigel El Sokari, a local product Capital High School grad who is a prolific offensive player. He's starting on the bench tonight, as well as Craig Johnson, Sebastian Navarro, Jorge Perez Martin, Landon Sexton, and that is your roster. Gil de la Luz, a scratch due to a family emergency. He will not be here tonight as well. So the Artesians going to need to find some offense from Isidro Prado Huerta, Jason Fairhurst, and Tony Andoyan. And we're going to step aside for now as the Artesians and Ballard are making their way out to the middle of the field for the opening festivities and the national anthem. We will take a quick break and bring you the start of the game right after this.
We're so appreciative of everybody that came out here for tonight's matchup.
Adam, right?
Yep, John.
Yep.
And now
Pleasure.
I'd like
Nice
to
to see you.
introduce
Guess
to
I'm
you
gonna hang
the
out for a little
starters
bit.
for
Yeah, why not?
Ballard.
All right.
Number
It's a
10,
beautiful night.
Tyler
You don't
York.
mind? I mean,
Number
we talk about the
5,
stars, talk about the
Angelo
players.
Calfo.
Yeah, you're just gonna,
Number
if you don't mind
15,
leading me into it.
Christian
Welcome back to Black Hills High School, home of the Oly Town Artesians, and a great thank you to Yana Lene for that outstanding rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. The teams are getting ready, the Artesians in their home blues, the Ballard FC squad in their Rubens Brews Sunset kits, which are just absolutely beautiful. They are black with yellow, orange, and red stripes. They are here ready to take on the Artesians. Once again, my name is John McLamory, bringing you the action tonight, and as always, thanks to the help of Brandon Cartwright and Cartwright Media, and of course Trevor Cartwright also, who is our cameraman tonight, bringing you everything that you need to see. So the Artesians are getting set. They've taken points from 4 of their last 5 games after starting the season 0-4. It has been quite the turnaround for this Artesians team. I think they've kind of figured out how to play in this league and how to play together, and it's shown on the score sheets. A heartbreaker, of course, last week where you're winning until the 90 and a third minute and you give up a goal. And, boy, you wanted the 3 points, you get the 1, but, boy, we've talked about it all year long with Al Zimmerman, the captain, that, this league doesn't allow you any opportunity to wallow in self-pity because games come fast and furious. And here we are just 5 days later, and the Artesians look to avenge the tie they had with Lane United. Again, the first 2 matchups between these two teams, Memorial Day, Ballard FC just dominated the Artesians. They took away a 3-0 win. And that's the game. I don't know if you remember, folks, if you were watching, we had our fan who was dangling about 8 stories in the sky off of a apartment building watching the game with his legs dangling off the side of the building. It was scary, but it was fantastic. But then again, 3 weeks ago, the Ballard came down here, and it was a 1-1 game. It was a well-played game. The Artesians came away with a point, and I think proved to themselves that they can play with this talented Ballard FC squad, who at the present time top the Northwest Division with a 5-1-2 record and 20 points. We're about ready to get started here underway. Declan McGlynn takes the ball, and away we go. Bailey Leatherman plays it up forward, headed out by LeBranch, but back to McGlynn. McGlynn with an outstanding goal in the first game. It was actually the winning goal for Goal of the Week in Week 4 for the USL2. And he has just been a thorn in the Artesian side. So the work cut out for the Artesians tonight. No Gil de la Luz, who's their leading scorer this season. But plenty of talent to make up for that. I mentioned in the pregame show, we have some special guests on tonight, and I'd like to welcome into the broadcast Tacoma Stars head coach, Adam Becker. Adam, welcome to the broadcast.
John, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. This is a really, good opportunity for the South Sound area to learn more about the MASL and the Tacoma Stars in general. I think a lot of us remember Preki in the Tacoma Dome and Foot Thunder in the Tacoma Dome, but a lot of people don't realize that the Stars are back playing professional indoor soccer.
Yeah, that is true. I wear my gear all around town, and every time I'm at the supermarket, other places, someone's always saying, "Oh my gosh, Tacoma Stars! I remember them from the '80s and the '90s." And I'm always trying to drop them hints like, "Hey, we're still around. We're still playing and ticking. Come support."
Yeah, it's if you've never been to an indoor game, you're missing out because it is the most. I think it's the most exciting sport that we play in America right now. Just because it's wall-to-wall action and it's fast-paced. There's lots of scoring and lots of talent on the field, and you guys have probably one of the best indoor players to have ever played in Nick Pereira.
Yes, we do. We're lucky to have him. He's actually here in attendance tonight too, just across in the stands.
Oh, excellent. I don't know if you know this, but I used to do the webcasting for the Tacoma Stars after they changed ownership groups about 7 years ago.
Yeah, 2015-ish,
yep,
right around there.
Yep, so
okay.
I did the webcast for a few years and got to know some of the players. And Nick Pereira, just a class act. Just
on and off the field.
Yeah.
Always.
The most talented footwork I've ever seen for a soccer player, and it just must be a joy to coach him.
It is. It's a joy to coach him and to also learn from him. I mean, the guy just has such a vast knowledge of the game. It's pretty ridiculous. And like you said, how talented he is with his feet is unreal. Ooh, almost.
Yeah, Jason Fairhurst able to get on the end of that ball. Just the first touch let him down, and the keeper Helleran able to come out and smother it. Sorry to cut you off there, but the action, kind of forget the action's still going on the field. So,
great entry ball from Isidro too.
Yeah, Isidro Prado Huerta plays for the Stars reserves team in the WISL.
Yeah, we were actually able to get him onto a contract this year too, and he got a couple games there at the Showwear as well.
Right on, yeah. He's been a very good player for the Artesians this year. Most of the work he does doesn't show up on the score sheet, but a lot of the work he does is beneficial for the entire squad.
Yes, yeah, you can't. I've had a pleasure of working with him for a number of years as well, between South Sound FC and the Washington Premier U23s as well, and yeah, just another great local talent.
And speaking of another WISL player, Tyler Bjork, with the shot there that went just over the goal post, goes out for a goal kick for Sawyer Price. So tell us a little bit about the season itself. I know you guys are in the off season right now, but just, I guess, let the people out there in Artesians land know about the season and where you play. And
yeah, so we're, like you said, we're in the off season. We're gearing up, getting ready to start actively training here. Hopefully we'll be starting right about August, September. Try and get a good little early start this year. Bring in some fresh new faces to the program, a little bit of a building year, and, just go from there. The league, the MASL, they're looking to start this year in November, so a little bit of an earlier start than what we previously have been doing. The games are streamed on Twitch. You can catch us there every week. Oh, Isidro
with the cross finds Fairhurst, able to keep it in. No, he doesn't. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Wall-to-wall action, and it looks like we might have an injured Ballard player. Able to walk that one off a little bit. But yeah, so for the people that remember the teams from back in the 80s and 90s, the San Diego Sockers, of course, still around.
Still doing extremely well.
Still doing their thing. Well, they have Craig Childs on their team, who's another just indoor soccer legend.
Absolute legend.
Just the guy just knows how to score goals, and he knows how to make his team better. And it's fun to watch. So Dallas Sidekicks, are they still around? I believe they are.
Yeah, Dallas Sidekicks are still around. The Kansas City Comets. Gosh, who else from back in the day? I'm trying to think here. St. Louis, the Ambush, they're still in. I believe they had a different name, though. I want to say it was the Steamers or something like that.
Yeah, they've gone through
a couple
many
names.
Different iterations of their name for sure. So Manny taken down there by number 5, Angelo Calfo. And foul's going to be called. The Artesians, just holding the ball in the midfield a little bit, trying to find their angles of attack. Boyle with the kick over to Manny. Manny's going to press forward. He's going to give up the ball. Now Bjork has it. And on the run is Peter Kingston. He is a talent. We've seen him play 3 times. This is our 3rd time seeing him play, and he is he's got speed to burn out on the wing. Good recovery by Manny Nicasio, though, able to win the ball. It's going to be cleared out, but not far enough. And now Bailey Leatherman stands over the action here. Finds Reyes. Reyes with some nifty footwork. Gets through the defense. Took 4 Artesians, but they finally win the ball from him. And now Manny looks to clear it. So one of the things I've liked about the MASL team for the Stars is they've been able to keep a lot of the local talent around and playing. You've got the Cox brothers that both play for the team. You've got Michael Ramos. He's from Spokane, I believe. Yes, but still local
enough.
Local enough. Danny Waltman, local player.
Yep.
Speaking of legends, Danny Waltman.
Absolute indoor legend right there.
Yeah.
And just admired everywhere you go.
And the nicest man you've ever met.
Ever, yes.
So, yeah, lots of good people and good players on the team. And it's just a testament to the level of play that we have up here in the Northwest that you're able to field a portion of your roster for a national-based league from players that are local.
Yeah, we're blessed in that aspect. You know, we're a good little hub up here in the Northwest, and you know, from Bellingham all the way down to Portland and east of the mountains, there is so much talent to draw from. You know, to where we're pretty blessed in that category.
Yeah, and can't not mention Lamar Nagel, who's also a part owner of the Ballard FC, but also plays for the Tacoma Stars as well.
Yes, it's been nice getting to spend time with him. Anytime you can bring in an MLS guy like that, someone that's got the pedigree, it's just, you know, another great guy to have around the program.
And speaking of pedigrees, I'm not going to let you leave without talking about probably the biggest news for the MASL in the offseason. Fernandinho is going to become
Ronaldinho,
Ronaldinho, sorry, not
yeah.
Fernandinho. Ronaldinho, who's probably one of the top 5 players I've ever seen play in the game of soccer ever.
Yeah, one of the special ones.
He's going to join an ownership group for a team yet to be determined location beginning in 2023, correct?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, in 2023. And, you know, I've been poking and prodding at our owner, like, where are they coming? So hopefully somewhere here in the States, relatively close. But, you know, that just shows the overall growth of the sport in general when you're drawing in a name like that to start a franchise.
And just look at, like, the viewership that he would command. You know, the Brazilian, the South Americans, they love the futsal.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a similar game to indoor soccer. But the individual skills are still necessary for both. Isidro now on the break. Calfo tracking him. Isidro gets around Calfo. He's going to be pushed down. Referee says no. No foul. Isidro gets up, and Calfo is going to win that one. And the Artesians unable to get a shot off on that break. But, yeah, just the international exposure that someone like Ronaldinho can bring to the league is immeasurable.
Yeah, you can't beat it. You can't top it. And we're just absolutely lucky to have it going on. You know, the goal is to try and get the MASL back to the level it was fan base-wise in the 80s and the 90s, like Tacoma Dome having still the largest crowd ever of 22,000 plus.
Yep.
You know, it just having that name, that brand, that exposure is just going to do nothing but make everybody else better.
Right, and I think, you know, no bad can come from it. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
not one bit.
It is just one of those things that is a win for everybody involved. Now Fairhurst on the far side plays it across. Nobody there on the far side. It's going to go trickle out of play for a throw-in. Also, speaking of local talent and stars from the 80s and 90s, Alex Megson, of course, plays for the team.
Yep.
Again, I can't say that's enough about the players on your team. Just the nicest people.
Yeah.
You know, just the nicest people, but talented in their own right. And he's been a real big advocate for the local soccer scene. And, of course, his dad, Neil, played for, I believe he played for the Stars, didn't he?
Yeah, he played for the Stars. Yeah. Yeah,
so
I would have him messaging me all the time this year. Hey, you know, I watched the game. Here's what I think. Here's some notes.
And again, a great person to learn from. So.
Exactly. Anytime you have an old-timer like that reaching out to you, Joe Waters, you know, Jerry Gray, all the local guys, it's you got to give your respect and you got to listen to them. You know, they just know the game at such a different level.
Oh, now Kingston with the long ball. Price off his line. He falls down, and he's able to make the save.
Ooh.
That was dangerous. Sawyer Price loves to play high off his line and almost got burned there by Peter Kingston, but able to recover was Sawyer Price. So the season starts in November. You guys play at the Showware Center, and it's a great watch. It's a great place to watch a game.
It's a beautiful venue.
Yeah.
It's one of the best in the league, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, it truly is, and it's just a great experience for fans. I know Randy McNair, the game day guy, he has a good time with it.
Oh,
He's outstanding at his craft. And if you get a chance, Artesians, please make your way up there, join the team. I don't know how much I can say, but I believe that there's some efforts to get some games, some WISL games in the Showware Center prior to Stars matches this upcoming season.
Yeah, so that's a little good thing that we've got going on. Unfortunately, we haven't played Oly Town there yet, But hopefully this year we can mix it up a little bit more. We had Portland, Bellingham last year. Hopefully we can get a couple of the other teams in. It's just nice to be able to expose the fans, and then not only the fans, but the local guys playing that want to get to that level, actually playing on that size of a field, that surface, the atmosphere. You know, we usually draw a good crowd for even the whistle games there.
Yeah, and I think that's the key is giving the younger kids the opportunity to see where they can go, and that's going to a great segue into this USL2 because, you know, bringing developmental league soccer back to the Northwest is a big deal. Maybe not just the Northwest, but to Washington State. They've been down in Oregon, but we just haven't had that for a few years up here. And you watch players that have to go around the country to play, and it's nice to be able to keep them home.
It really is nice to be able to keep them home and keep a close eye on them and really be able to watch them closely and watch them develop compared to, you know, trying to catch a live stream or, you know, some teams – you know, they don't do as good of a job as you guys do here streaming. So
stop it.
Hey, I'm a fan. You know, I'm at home usually watching these games on the computer, pulling it up on the TV. So got to give credit where credit's due.
Well, I appreciate it. And, you know, it is fun to see, you know, it's fun to see the players coming back, you know, to give back, like Lamar, Nagel. We were down in Salem a couple weeks ago. James Riley was coaching for a team that was playing down there, and I know that he's coaching a Seattle level team or Seattle area team, I believe. So he's stuck around.
Yeah, he's up there. I think Philip Lund's up there, and oh gosh, there's one other that I can't put a name to it right now. Zakawani.
Oh, Steve Zakawani. Yeah, he's coaching up here too.
Yeah.
So, you know, you look at the trickle down effect of the Sounders' success jumping from, you know, I guess USL level soccer to the MLS, having success, drawing a whole new generation of fans and a whole new generation of players with people that they can emulate, and then having them come back to the community and giving back. You know, it is such a beautiful thing to see, and, you know, I'm glad that you guys are doing the same with the Stars organization too. I know you guys have a lot of camps for the kids in the summer.
Yep, lots of camps through the summer, even through the winter and winter break. You know, Alex Mason, he heads that, and you know, there pretty much isn't a better guy to have with running around with your kids all day. I'll tell you that much.
Right. So yeah, it's just fun to see the development, the growth, how it's growing in the area, and it's only going to help soccer as a whole for the entire country, really. I mean,
it really will,
because more opportunities for more kids to play, and it's nothing better than that.
Yeah, that's the biggest piece of it, is giving them the opportunity to actually showcase themselves in games.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Adam, it's been a pleasure to have you on the broadcast. Feel free to stop by any time, and we'll definitely be seeing you in the fall winter time for some whistle action.
Please do, and showwear.
So hopefully we can get the Artesians up there this year to the showwear center for a pre-MASL whistle match. That would be awesome. So again, thank you, Adam Becker, head coach of the Tacoma Stars whistle and MASL team. Are you still coaching the whistle team?
I stepped away this year when I made the switch to the full-time head coach. It would have just been
too much coaching,
especially traveling, you know, having games where the reserves are at home and we're on the road somewhere. So I passed that torch off to Steve Moan.
Okay, great. Well, Steve Moan, another Stars player, carrying it on. So thanks again for joining us. Thanks for coming down to Oly Town for Tacoma Stars Night. And, just thank you enough. And we can't thank you enough for your support. And we'll see you here in the wintertime.
Perfect. I appreciate it.
Great. Thanks, Adam. That was Adam Becker, head coach of the Tacoma Stars MALS team. We'll get more of the game action now. Alex Caceres with the shot that just goes wide. Two defenders covering him, and Alex Mejia, sorry, I got my Stars players on the brain. Alex Mejia with the shot that just went wide across the goal mouth. So the Artesians have had a couple opportunities, as have Ballard, as we're 17:50 into the first half here from Wembley Field at the campus of Black Hills High School. Again, a thanks to Adam Becker for joining us on the broadcast. Tacoma Stars Night. And the ball played out for Tyler Bjork. Slide tackle made by Price. Cut back. The shot comes in. It's going to be headed off the line by Marquez. Header back by Mejia. Covered by Sawyer Price. And the Artesians getting away with one there. Sawyer Price once again caught off his line but able to recover. And the Artesians live to see another day. We're still scoreless here.
Good bit. I'm just staying there.
Price now with the long clearance. Headed out. And the foul's going to be called against Al Zimmerman there. As Christian Engman, number 15, rose high to get that header. Won by Zimmerman, foul called against Zimmerman, and now it's going to be Engman who takes over free kick here.
Now we go, move! Hey!
Needs somebody to play, too. He finds Mejia. Mejia wins the header over Manny. Jordan Zimmerman in the corner battling. Cross comes way over, headed out by LeBranch, held in by Kingston. Kingston gets around. Another cross comes in looking for Mejia, held down by Ryerson. One back to Mejia, played cross. It's going to be blocked by Zimmerman and then saved by Price. Almost a dangerous play there, but able to maintain control is Sawyer Price. Now Neil Boyle comes away with it for the Artesians. Back to Manny Nicasio. First touch failed him, but able to win it back before Ryerson could get there. And now Jordan Zimmerman just playing catch with his brother out there. Plays it back to Price. Another long ball played right to the head of Christian Engman. Taketo Onodera wins the header and now plays it to Tetsane. And now Kingston comes away with it on the far side. Double team Kane plays it back. Tetsane with the long reaching ball, held by Marquez, chested down, and able to come away with it is Neil Boyle. He's going to play it back to Price. Heavy pressure from Mejia. Forces the clearance, held in by Fairhurst. Navarro able to get in there. Now Calfo to Ryerson, broken up by Nicasio, goes out for a throw. Holding the ball now, Ryerson waiting for some movement.
Keep going, Alex.
So offside call there against Ballard FC. It's going to be a free kick coming up. So Tony Andoyan taking over in the middle for Isidro. Isidro now on the near side. Almost didn't recognize Tony Andoyan. He's shaved, so he looks like a completely different person out there. It's good to see him out there nonetheless. So Price plays it up. Triple team comes. Zimmerman gets it, plays it out wide. Marquez with space. Played back to Price. Heavy pressure on the attacking end by Ballard FC. Really forcing the Artesians to work to get the ball out of their defensive zone. And now another giveaway. Zimmerman, Jordan plays it out. Ryerson wins it. Onodera plays it to Kingston now, trying to get around LeBranch. Couple step overs.
Get after it, Peter!
Lucia Tetsane with the ball now. Another good crowd out here tonight at Black Hills High School. Mejia plays back. It's Calfo, Angelo Calfo, the captain. Long ball looking for Kingston. Finds him as he wins the ball from LaBranch. Kingston keeps it in play, but he's going to be tackled off the ball by LaBranch, and then the foul's going to be committed. No foul. That's going to be a throw-in off the leg of LaBranch, so a throw-in in the attacking zone for Ballard FC. And now everybody's stepping up for the long throw. It's going to be Christian Engman who's going to take it. Calfo stepping up from the defensive end, and Helleran is almost to midfield, the keeper for Ballard FC. Here comes long throw. One cleared out by the Artesians, and now Andoyan chasing from the Lesotho International Titsane. Sebastian able to get down there, but Leatherman covers the defense. It's going to be one now by Sebastian Navarro. Navarro plays it across. It's going to be cleared out by Engman. Could have been trouble as Fairhurst was lurking on the far post, but it's going to be cleared out for a throw-in for the Artesians with 24 minutes played here at Black Hills High School. Beautiful summer day. About 75 degrees, a little cloudy, a little breeze, but just perfect weather for soccer in the Northwest. Throw into Andoyan, played back to Manny. Manny gets around his man, plays it into the middle to Zimmerman. Zimmerman shields the ball, gets around, slide tackle comes in, header out of the box by Peter Kingston. And it's going to be a foul against Sebastian Navarro. And the referee's going to come over and talk to him. He said, no, I got the ball. Referee says, no, you didn't. And it's going to be a warning for Sebastian.
Hey, referee, come on, bud.
So no yellow there for Navarro. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to be a quick restart. Played back to the goalkeeper, Helleran. And now played out wide to Tetsane. Engman with the long ball looking for Kingston. It's going to float over to Declan McGlynn, but Jose Marquez is going to come away with it, and he's got room to move. Jose still moving, plays it down the line. It's going to be broken up by Tetsane, and now the Ballard FC looks to make some moves. Looking for Bjork, but Manny intercepts it, and now Zimmerman with room. Bjork chasing. Played back to Manny, and now into the middle to Jordan Zimmerman. And then to the holding midfielder, Neil Boyle.
Fine in there now. You're fine. Bailey, to your right. Step a bit.
Marquez plays into the middle. Crossfield pass, finds Jordan Zimmerman with Bjork chasing. Up to Al. Back to Jordan. Jordan with the left-footed pass to Andoyan. Andoyan is going to play it up off the legs of Ryerson. It's going to go out for a throw. Quick throw to Al Zimmerman. He's going to play it into the middle. Finds Sebastian Navarro. Fairhurst still with it. Fairhurst plays it out wide to Andoyan. Andoyan with Calfo guarding. Andoyan cuts it back. It's going to be a shot that's going to go right into the arms of Helleran. Calls for a handball, not given, but the shot away went into the hands of Helleran. As both teams just wall-to-wall action so far here in the first half. No slowing down by either team. Declan McGlynn taken off the ball by Neil Boyle. Boyle causes the turnover, but causes the ball to go out. It's going to be a throw-in for Ballard. And they're forced it back all the way to the keeper, Helleran. Isidro Prado Huerta lurking. Engman gets around him, and that's going to be no foul called on Engman with the heavy touch. Lost the ball. Navarro goes down. And Navarro still down as the Artesians able to win the ball back. And the referee finally stopping play as Navarro holding his right knee. And, boy, the referee just absolutely missed that one. That was reckless play and not even a foul called. And Navarro extremely upset.
All right, folks, we got some Well 80 swag to throw up into the crowd. Be ready. Make sure you protect your kids. We throw pretty hard.
So temperature rising out here on the field of Black Hills High School, Wembley Field, as some heavy tackling has been going on in the last few minutes. As the Well 80 swag gets thrown into the crowd, I see some T-shirts going. I see some other stuff. It's the de facto fan appreciation night here, as it's the last home game of the season. Of course, the Artesians are playing on Saturday down in Albany at South Albany High School. Join us for the broadcast at 6 o'clock. It's going to be stolen by Navarro. It's going to be won by Engman. Back to Helleran. Pressure now by the Artesians offense. Ball played back to the goalkeeper, Helleran. Engman looking, finds Bjork. He plays it back to Christian Engman. Leatherman with the outlet pass looking for Ryerson. It's going to be caught in midair by Nick Ryerson, but that means it's out of play, and it's the Artesians' ball. Zimmerman played it up. Calfo chests it down. Zimmerman chasing. Goalkeeper Helleran now plays it up into the middle. And Doyen reached for it, couldn't get there as Onodera comes away with it. And now Peter Kingston has it for Ballard. Crossfield pass won by Manny, played out of bounds. Shoved by Ryerson. Couldn't knock over Manny Nicasio. And the ball's going to be played all the way back past midfield to the defense.
That's fine. Keep moving up front. Head up.
Calfo. Isidro chasing. Isidro forcing the play out. It's going to be a throw-in that's going to go to Ballard FC. Ryerson's going to take it. Quick throw to Bailey Leatherman. Leatherman, good defensive midfielder. Declan McGlynn finds Onodera. Onodera looking to shoot. Onodera with space. Ball comes in, and Sawyer Price gathers it. No trouble for Price, as now Al Zimmerman goes down. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors for the season, of course. Couldn't do a game without the Lucky Dog Casino. Lucky Dog Casino, our live stream sponsor. Thank you so much for your support this season and in years past. Skokomish Tourism, the Drift Restaurant, all associated. Thank you all for that. I'd like to thank Dancing Goats Espresso Bar, Coffee Bar. They're here slinging coffee. It's employee appreciation night for them. Thank you for coming out. So Wembley Soccer Shop, of course, GGCW Renovations, Forma Construction, Well 80, Van Dorm Realty, and, of course, Thomas Arndt, who is a superstar for Van Dorm Realty. Thank you for your support. We get back to the action here. Ball's going to be played up and out of bounds into the merch area. Mi Puebla food truck here, slinging tacos and burritos as always. Just an outstanding food sponsor to have. I mean, there's nothing that goes better with soccer than Mexican food, and they do it better than most. Clearance goes up into the wellhead section of the fans. He's going to go out for a throw, and Tetsani has it. He's going to throw it up to Kingston. And Kingston's going to take the throw as we've reached the 33rd minute of game here in the first half. 0-0 is the score. Opportunities by both teams in the first half, but nobody's been able to cash it in. Tony Andoyan taking off the ball. Calfo now plays it all the way back to Helleran, and they're going to restart the offense. Also like to thank South Mason Youth Soccer for coming out today, being our sponsored youth league and your ball people for the game as they are circling the field. Marquez plays it up to Zimmerman. Zimmerman in the middle of the field, finds it in the center circle, plays it back to Neal. Neal looking for somebody. Pressured by Mejia, gets it up to Navarro. Engman backed off. He finds Jason Fairhurst on the far side. He's going to play it in the middle for Andoyan, but Engman able to win it, but held in by Fairhurst. Fairhurst finds Navarro. Navarro now plays it out wide to Isidro. Isidro, left-footed crossfield pass to Manny, headed down into the front of the goal, and it's going to be blocked out by the keeper before Tony Andoyan could get there, and it's going to be a corner kick coming up for Oly Town, their first of the game. So Neil Boyle standing over the kick. Ball comes in. It's a ball played to the outside. It's going to be header won by Jose Marquez. It's going to go up out of play, though, into the fencing behind the touchline, and it's going to go out for a goal kick for Ballard. Oly Town making the first place team in the league have to work tonight, just like they did a few weeks back as they played here to a 1-1 draw. And today is more of the same, just a well-played game by both teams and unable to break the defenses.
Hey, you guys are in the same spot. And you're moving to the same spot.
Calfo finds Ryerson, who plays it to Kingston, who's now playing in the middle of the field. Kingston now with the long crossfield pass, looking for Ryerson. It's going to be headed up into my truck. No, they just missed my truck. That's parked behind the field here. And it's going to go out for a throw-in that's going to be taken by Manny and won by Al. Al loses it but keeps it in play. Ryerson forced back, plays it into the middle, but it's won by Isidro. Isidro with the long crossfield pass, looking for Fairhurst and finds him right on the chest. Fairhurst gets around Titsani to Andoyan. Andoyan loses out to Engman, and Titsani comes away with the ball cleared out, blocked by Fairhurst, but won back by Ballard. And a good job of recovery by Colin LeBranch to get there before Mejia could get there, and he would have been off to the races. So a good job by LeBranch stepping in and blocking that ball out of play. Tyler Bjork. McGlynn to Calfo. Ryerson taken off the ball nicely by Manny, and is going to go out for a throw-in. I'd like to thank the Tacoma Stars again for coming out tonight for Tacoma Stars Night. And, of course, don't leave at halftime as we honor the Oly Town Women who won the NWPL championship 2 weeks ago with a thrilling penalty kick win over CFC Atletica down in Salem. Clearance is going to be broken up by Zimmerman, falls to the feet of Kingston, and he circles around looking for somebody, finds Onodera. Taketo Onodera out to Lacia Titsane. Engman out wide to Calfo. Calfo with room, pulls it back. Everybody but the keeper, Hellerin, on the Oly Town side of the field right now. Ball looking for Bjork, headed up by LeBranch, and LeBranch is able to track it down, but Bjork wins it from him. Played into the middle, Leatherman forced out wide. Leatherman cuts it back outside, looking for Bjork with Andoyan chasing him. Leatherman now comes away with it. Cuts, plays it back to Onodera. Out to Calfo, who can't keep it in play, and it's going to be an unforced error by Ballard, and they lose the ball out for a throw-in. Oly Town has the ball. Throw in, finds Isidro. Out to Zimmerman. It's Al who's got space, plays a long ball. Oh, and saw what he was trying to do. He was trying to get it to Fairhurst. He just got too much on it, and it just floated out of play. Out wide now finds Kalfa with the ball. Another long ball. Bjork chasing. Sawyer Price lets it bounce, and it's going to head right into his hands. No problem there. Lead out toss to Jordan Zimmerman. Now Al Zimmerman, won by Onodera, who plays it back to Leatherman. Leatherman now circles around, finds Onodera back. McGlynn taken off the ball by Boyle. Foul called against McGlynn, and it's going to be a free kick for Ballard FC. Declan McGlynn, a mega talented midfielder, ranked in the top 50. Actually, he's ranked in the top 35, I believe, of prospects in the USL 2. Christian Engman coming up now, the big defensive or mid center back, sorry. Center back comes up, looking for the ball to find his head. So McGlynn, who was fouled, takes the ball, hand goes up, ball comes in. It's a curler out to the far side, won by Marquez, played out. Kalfa holds it in for Ballard, and he plays it out wide for Kingston. Kingston now looks for the cross. It's a long cross for Ryerson, headed up and out by Isidro. Can he get there? No, he can't. It's going to go out of play for a throw-in, but a good job by him to recover as Ryerson was standing alone on the backside of the goal mouth. And Isidro won that one. Now a long throw in now coming from Engman. Engman with the long looping throw up towards the goal. Price comes out for it. It's a battle, and Price comes away with it. Jordan Zimmerman, a little worse for wear after that one, but Price able to hang on, and it's going to be a throw out now to Marquez, who plays it back to Price. Jordan into the middle for Neal. Heavy pressure now by Ballard. Zimmerman, long left-footed pass for Isidro, won by Leatherman, but it's going to be flicked up by Al Zimmerman. And Doyen chasing, and it's going to be Engman who heads it out right into my head, and I couldn't get it. And now we're looking for a ball here, and here comes one from Coach Jason Smith. Manny Nicasio on the throw. Breakout by Zimmerman, back to Nicasio, able to get around Declan McGlynn, plays it up, played out then by Ryerson for another throw. Short throw to Andoyan. It's going to be picked up by Manny. Ball comes in, shot comes in from Navarro, who was a knuckler, but it came right into Helleran. And he was able to get on top of that, and a quick lead-out pass to Kingston. But the Artesians get back and force the action back to the defensive line. 41st minute of action here in the first half. 0-0 the score. Angelo Calfo now with the ball for Ballard. Plays it back. Helleran now finds Calfo again on the near side. The action has not stopped since the opening whistle here. And now Manny plays it up. It's going to go out for a throw, and it went off of Manny's chest into the chest of Ryerson, goes out for a throw, and the Artesians come away with possession. Manny wins it. Taken out by Mejia. Mejia wins it for Ballard, and it's going to be a quick throw by Ryerson. Ryerson with the long throw in, finds Mejia in the box, back to goal, plays it back to Ryerson. Ryerson with Manny on him. Manny goes down, tries to win the block, but it doesn't matter as the ball fades out behind the goal, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Artesians as we approach halftime here from Wembley Field. Price pushing everybody forward. played up. LaBranch. Won by Navarro, played out wide now to Fairhurst. Fairhurst plays the ball into the middle. It's going to be won by Calfo. Manny steps up to win it, plays it out wide to Isidro. Isidro, left-footed cross, comes in, and nobody's on the backside as it floats over the touchline. Out for a goal kick. Good idea by Isidro. Just not able to find somebody. As I just dropped my phone. Just ordering some Mi Pueblo here at the broadcast booth. If you were here, you'd be able to eat some of that good food too, but you're not, so I'll enjoy it for you. Ball played up, won by Leatherman, looking for Navarro. A good step through by Leatherman to win it. Now Kingston out on the far side with the branch on him. Forces the action back. Leatherman now takes it. Onodera. Forced back to Engman. Good job by the Artesians to hold their shape and force the ball to the outside, not letting anything go into the middle. And Manny Nicasio comes through again with a nice slide tackle, winning the ball out of bounds, but stopping the momentum of this Ballard FC attack. 44th minute has come. We're 1 minute from halftime plus stoppage time. Probably a couple minutes of stoppage time here. Fourth official doesn't know yet. Ball comes in. It's going to be headed out, but into the chest of Ryerson. He plays it into the middle. Shot comes in from Mejia, and it's a goal. Alex Mejia steps on the loose ball and fires it past Sawyer Price. Nothing Price could do about that one, and it's 1-0 Ballard FC up on top of the Artesians as we tick down the minutes into halftime.
Ballard goal number 9, Alex Mejia.
2 minutes of stoppage time to be played here as we're just about ready to hit stoppage time as it is. So another late first half goal given up by the Artesians this season, and Ballard FC comes away with the 1-0 lead. Artesians looking to move. Fairhurst couldn't get it. It's going to be won by Tetsani, and then it's going to step all the way out now to Calfo, who looks to press. Calfo. Ball played up Kingston now. Tetsane. Christian Engman. Engman with the long ball looking for Mejia. Sawyer Price is going to be there, though, and he's going to win it. Rolls it out to Marquez with nobody on him. So we're about halfway done with stoppage time here in the first half. 1-0 the score. 45th minute goal by Alex Mejia, the difference here. Headed up and out by Engman, held in by Fairhurst. And Fairhurst is going to be able to win it, and it's going to go back to Zimmerman. LaBranch now finds Jordan Zimmerman. Neil Boyle. Turned around by McGlynn, plays it into the middle for Isidro. Isidro now forced all the way back to Price. Boyle now with the turn. Looks for a runner. Finds Zimmerman on the run. Can he get there before Tetsani? He can, and he wins the ball for Oly Town. Plays it back. Isidro with space. Isidro with the cross, blocked up by Tetsani. Held in, but it's going to be a handball called against number 6, Lucia Tetsani. So a free kick for Oly Town in a dangerous spot, and you'd think that this will probably be the last play of the first half. So everybody will probably come up. Jose Marquez looking to move up. Manny and Neil Boyle drop back. So Sebastian Navarro and Isidro standing over it. Ball played in by Isidro. Comes in. It's going to be kicked up and out for a corner kick. So Oly Town wins another free kick here, a corner kick to end the half. Zimmerman running down there. Good opportunity here for Oly Town to level it up right at the end of the half. Zimmerman standing over it, left-footed effort here coming up. Hand goes up, ball comes in, it goes out to Isidro. Isidro loses possession here, forced back to Manny, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. With the score, Ballard FC 1, Oly Town Artesians 0. And we'll be right back. We'll be right back with some more action here. Don't forget to stay tuned for Oly Town Women getting honored here at halftime. We'll be back with Ryan Perkins and maybe some other special guests here from Oly Town FC. We'll be right back here for the second half.
Meet my husband.
No, we got Pegnog once, didn't we?
Yep.
What can I get started for you?
The Smashville chicken bites and the white with cider.
Cider, yeah. We just got root beer and fries. It's kind of a treat. When did you try that? It's really fun.
You can try out a new place. This place looks awesome. We have really good Brussels sprouts here. They're taught. Let's do 2 Artesians.
Ooh, can I get a Leopold's?
They did a great job. They played really well. I'm very proud of them.
God, that's.
Olivia Brock played goalkeeper for us. Chelsea helped out up top. We have Julia, who is the defender. Erin Danielson, Haley Ward. Delaney was one of our team captains. Eden, Nicole, give a little wave. Lexi was our other team captain. We have Bree, Alexis, Michael, and Brooke. Yeah, I would just say one last time, I'm very proud of the girls. They played well, and that's it from me.
Folks, one last little thing. Jeff Slakey, do you have that shootout recorded somewhere in that PA system?
I'm gonna see what I can do here. This is from John McGlamory on the call from the game. Let's see where we line in with the game, the end of the game here.
Amen.
I can see it. It's playing up here.
The Salem-born player who plays now for Gonzaga University, steps up for CFC. Brock on her line. Alexander takes the shot. Saved by Brock! Oly Town wins the championship! Oly Town wins the NWPL championship 4-2 in the penalty shootout. Oh my goodness!
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Bringing home the trophy.
So what?
Welcome back to the action here at Wembley Field, home of the Artesians at Black Hills High School. Welcome back to the second half. My name is John McGlamory, bringing you the second half action. I hope that you guys watched the entirety of the halftime show. Can't guarantee the audio quality was where we'd like it, but boy, it was a jam-packed halftime show for sure, starting out with the Tacoma Stars MASL team.
Yeah, we're here to meet my husband.
Making their way out.
Oh, we got Pegman wants to.
What can I get started for you?
The Smashville chicken bites and the one with cider.
As they make their way out.
They're very fried.
And then, of course,
Wanted to try that.
Trying out a new place. This place looks awesome. We have really good Brussels sprouts here. They're taught. Let's do 2 Artesians.
Can I get a Leopold?
And it was the first championship game I've ever had the fortune of broadcasting, and boy, didn't come away disappointed as Oly Town took the win in a penalty kick shootout. Of course, the excitement, Brianna Dell scoring in the 89th minute to tie it up and send it to penalty kicks, and it was Olivia Brock who came up big with 2 saves in that penalty kick shootout, and Oly Town coming home with a trophy for the first time in Oly Town Artesians history, men or women. So congratulations to the women as they brought home the hardware, and they're getting the love from the crowd today, signing some autographs. Just good times all around for Oly Town. But on the field, let's go back to why we're here. We're here for a USL2 matchup, and it was a well-played first half by both squads, but it was a Alex Mejia goal in the 45th minute that is the difference in the game. Oly Town playing well in the first half, pressuring Ballard pressuring right back. It was a good game or good half by both teams, but Alex Mejia jumping on a loose ball and getting it past the keeper, and that's the difference. So they're up 1-0, and also a 1-0 game. CFC Atletico up over Lane United. So those two teams still neck and neck at the top of the standings, and they'll meet on Sunday for potentially a number 1 seed out of the league at stake.
Here in the second half, we've got a couple standout players from the NWPL championship team. Haley Ward and Julie Haas are going to lead you in a Oly.
Okay, we have one sub to report. It's Dante Perez Martin coming in for Sawyer Price in the goal. I think that as they make the switch between the pipes for Oly Town. That's the only change of the game at halftime here. And we are getting ready to bring you the action here from the second half. Both teams in a huddle, getting back. Sun is going down and the temperature is dropping quite dramatically here for the summer, as it always does here in the beautiful state of Washington. As we've got a couple of people running in out of the locker room. We've got a little bit of a delay here as Sebastian Navarro still needs to put his boots on before he gets out onto the pitch, but we're going to wait for that to happen. Boots on, Navarro out, and here come the Artesians ready for the second half of action. And Oly Town with everything to play for. Intrastate rival, looking to get a result against the top-seeded team in the league. So we'll see what they can do. The team looks rested and ready for the second half, and the official looks at his watch, signals everybody, fourth official, thumbs up. We're going to get moving right now as the ref blows his whistle, and away we go. Long ball, looking for the run of Zimmerman, not there. Headed up and out by Bjork. Isidro pushed from behind, no call. Headed up by Isidro, won by Onodera, and then tackle made by Onodera on Isidro as he goes down, and the foul's going to be called. Free kick coming up for Oly Town as we are finally underway here in the second half. My name is John McGlamory, bringing you the action today and always alongside Brandon Cartwright from Cartwright Media, who just does lots of things well to make me look better. As Jose Marquez with the ball played into the middle for Fairhurst, headed up and out for a corner kick. A sneaky pass by Boyle found Fairhurst on the far side. He tried to flick it over for the cross, but it was blocked up and out by the defender. So Al Zimmerman standing on the spot where he scored an Olympico 2 weeks ago. Can he do it again? Left-footed ball. Hand up, ball comes in. Ball played way back to the far post, held in by LeBranch. It's going to be played out for a goal kick. Good crowd again here tonight for the Oly Town Artesians. We've got Dancing Goats Coffee here. We've got Sophie Scoops here. We've got Mi Pueblo food truck here. Just lots of action. Now the slide by Manny played it into the feet of Onodera, and now Tetsane on the overlap receives the ball, plays it across, looking for somebody, but it's going to be the keeper, Perez Martin. And Doyen played up nice for Zimmerman, but it's going to just fade out of bounds, and Engman with the quick throw back to Hellerin.
Now you're out. Now you're out, Tucker. Come on, Lucia.
Engman out wide to Leatherman. Finds Bjork, but Bjork can't handle it. It's going to be played up. Stays in play as Leatherman wins it back, plays it back to Hellerin. Calfo now with it to Leatherman with Boyle chasing. As my Mi Pueblo order is not here. That's just brutal. Tetsane running for it. And we're going to, as we get back into the action here, we're going to have some special guests popping on the broadcast here real quick. And I'd like to welcome to the broadcast owner of Ballard FC, former Seattle Sounders player, current Tacoma Stars player, Lamar Nagel. Welcome to the broadcast.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's really nice to have you here for this game, this bitter rivalry that has popped up between the two Puget Sound teams here in the USL.
Yeah, the two first to join. It's pretty cool, the different connections and the relationships we're forming here, and yeah, hopefully a nice rivalry that'll have years to develop.
Yeah, this has been a big learning curve for Oly Town, but I think that they've really stepped into their role here a little bit as the season's worn on. They've learned how to play together and learned how to play this high level of soccer.
Yeah, absolutely. This looks like a different team altogether than the last time we faced them. So, and that always takes time. It's tough in this space in USL2 for teams to connect immediately and to find that relationship. So it's unfortunate that it's so short, but it's, this is what it's for, is to give kids an opportunity to play a little bit more.
Right, and for you personally, what does it mean to you to bring the soccer back here? I mean, I know when you were playing, you ended up going to Des Moines playing for the Menace in the USL2. What does it mean for you personally to be able to be part of an ownership group that's bringing this level back to the Northwest?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what my relationship with soccer was going to look like after playing. I knew coaching probably wasn't going to be the path for me, so I thought maybe some individual coaching here and there, still working with the Sounders on a few projects, but really this gives me the opportunity to do what I wanted to do, and that's really create a space for more development, and this allows me to do this at a higher volume than just individually doing it on my own. And like you said, I went and played for Des Moines Menace, and they were a professional organization running out of the PDL, which is what USL2 is now. And they were just a pro team that could give me good, solid games during the summer when I wasn't going to be getting it. And the way they ran the organization is something that I definitely wanted to model ours after, and it's just create a professional environment and I think this whole league is trying to do that. So it's special to be in that space now.
Yeah, and you can see like the level of talent that the teams have. As the ball comes down to Navarro, it's going to be played out wide and won by Tetsane. He's going to play it up forward. And Marquez can't get it. And a foul's going to be – no, it's going to be a throw in there as things are – so the temperature was getting up a little bit in the first half. Looks like hasn't cooled down here in the second half. But, you know, I was talking with Coach Adam Becker of the Tacoma Stars earlier in the game, and we were talking about the unbelievable opportunities that kids nowadays have to – and I say kids, I say anywhere from like youth players up to, you know, college players.
Young adults,
that are able to find more opportunities to play at a high level. And, you know, for me, I grew up in this area. You know, Casey Keller went to my high school. We've always had a outstanding level of play out here, just not the outlets for all the players. So it's nice to see players like you that come back that are able to help foster that environment for the youth in the area.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was the idea, like I said, to create a place for these kids to develop more, because I would have loved to have come home and play for teams like this, but they weren't around. And so, yeah, to kind of fix the problem is you create a team in that atmosphere and in that essence. And so that's what we've been able to do. But, yeah, the Northwest has always had a ton of talent. Now we have way more outlets, academies, better coaches, and everything like that. So, I mean, and it shows these kids are miles ahead, and that's why, you know, the Sounders are signing 16 and 17-year-old kids, is because they're able to develop quicker because of the resources they have, because the talent's always been here.
Yeah, and you look at the local college talent. I mean, Seattle U, Portland, UW, Oregon State, Gonzaga. These are high-level D1 schools in the area now that are keeping local talent here. And then watching them play in this developmental league, it's been fun to see. And it gives me a lot of faith that soccer in this country is going the right direction.
Yeah, well, especially like you said, up here in the Pacific Northwest, we've always had a lot of talent. Now it's about keeping the talent, and this is another way to do that in this USL2 space.
Oh, Manny Nicasio now with the break, plays it into the middle, finds Fairhurst. He's taken off the ball by Leatherman nicely, and Ballard able to get away with one there. And the foul from behind leads to a free kick for Ballard. Once again, I'm joined here by Lamar Nagel. You're a Thomas Jefferson High School grad.
That's right.
So is Isidro Prado Huerta.
I know,
for the Artesians, a TJ grad. So
I know well. I'm a little bit older than him, but definitely know of him and has been playing in the area for a long time. Another example of good local talent, just getting opportunities kind of anywhere he can.
Yeah, and you're back in the area playing with the Tacoma Stars. How do you like playing the indoor game? How does your game translate into that just high pace? It's such a frenetic pace, you know.
Yeah, well, it's a different game, indoor completely. I mean, there's a few similarities in that it's soccer and there's a ball, but when it comes to other things, I started with the Stars when I was coaching right after retiring from the MLS, and the amount of soccer that I learned just through coaching and indoor was unbelievable compared to even when I was playing, you know, professionally in the MLS. So it's something different. It was fun. I'm not doing that anymore. I don't have time in between everything else I'm doing. They're trying to convince me to come back, the Stars guys, but I don't think that's going to happen with 3 kids and all these other projects I got going on.
Yeah, well, Coach Becker and I were talking about the talent that the Stars have been able to maintain in the area, and then bring in some other talent, people like Nick Pereira, who's just class act on and off the field, just an incredible person to learn from. And, you know, but the local players, too, that have stuck around, players like Alex Megson, Jamail Cox, Raphael Cox. I mean, these are local players that are still playing at a high level, and now they have an opportunity to showcase their skills at a national level. It's just nice to see.
Yeah. It's good to see, because, I mean, not everybody has the same exact path of, you know, you're playing high school or academy, and then you're playing in college and drafted, or you're playing at the academy and then you're signed. There's a lot of different steps that you're able to take, and to create more spaces like that, I think that's one of our goals, especially in this area. Because I was a guy that took an unconventional route. You know, I wasn't recruited to colleges. I wasn't drafted into the MLS. I got into the MLS, then I had to go down to USL and was able to make my way back up. But I wouldn't have been able to do that without support and the teams and resources to do that. So,
and that's, at the end of the day, that's what all of this is about. It's about developing this talent that we have here, giving them the opportunities to show themselves, to showcase themselves. Because like you said, not everybody gets the opportunity to go play college.
Yeah.
And you never know. You could be a player that just didn't get that opportunity but has every ability. And leagues like this, as Declan McGlynn almost gets in. Nice slide tackle. But, yeah, it gives them an opportunity to showcase their skills. And you know, it does nothing but help soccer in the area and in the country itself.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are some people who develop at different levels, right? I mean, some guys aren't going to be the best, you know, when they're 10 years old all the way up to their 18, so they get looked at the entire time. I was a guy who developed maybe junior, senior year in high school, and by that time, you know, I wasn't even sure of playing in college, and then I got to college and developed even more. So sometimes it happens later for guys, sometimes it happens early. Unfortunately, the later guys kind of get missed out on because they're not known.
Yeah. Well, again, this is something that is nothing but beneficial to the area, and it's been a great first season for Ballard. Of course, first place in the league, clinched a playoff spot now. So it's exciting for the area and exciting for us because at Oly Town we have something that we can aspire to now. We see the highest level in the area, you know, Ballard FC, CFC, and we're able to play with you guys. Not necessarily beat you all the time or anything, but we're able to play right with you guys. And
this isn't a one-sided game right now.
No, it isn't. And I think that it's just nice to see. And again, like just being able to come back to your home and do this. I can't speak for everybody in the area, but thank you. I say thank you for doing this and really keeping the dream alive for a lot of these players. As the Artesians come in with a shot that's going to be saved off the line by Heller, and Manny Nicasio with the right-footed shot on the rebound, and Heller able to smother it as they dodge a bullet there. But yeah, I'd like to, you know, thank you for coming on the air with us, talking a little bit about the team and, you know, your journey from player to owner to probably doing everything asked of you that the team wants. If it's anything like the ownership group here, it's a thankless job, but boy, it is appreciated by everybody that enjoys soccer out here. So once again, thank you for coming out and thanks for jumping on the broadcast with us.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. All right, so I'd like to thank Lamar Nagel once again for joining us on the broadcast here in the second half. A little different broadcast tonight, but we have the opportunity to speak with, you know, local soccer talent, both coaching and playing. I want to bring that to you guys so that you can get more perspective as what we're trying to do here. Shot comes in from Fairhurst, smothered by Helleran. But it's been an outstanding season for the Artesians, just in growth-wise and learning how to play at this level, and I think that the team itself is doing it. We've got 3 changes coming in now as the ball tucked back. It's going to be Zimmerman. He's going to be taken down in the box. It's going to be no foul. Shot comes in. It just goes over the net. So Zimmerman spilled in the box. No foul called as we make 3.
Dancing Goats employees, our new title
3 players coming in: Demetrius Kagea, Charles Gaffney, and Cameron Martin. All 3 coming in for Ballard FC right now. Stepping out, Tyler Bjork, Taketo Onodera, and the goal scorer Alex Mejia being substituted out. So wholesale changes coming up. We've got more broadcasts coming, more players more sponsors, more people going to be jumping on the broadcast with me here. Coming up soon, one of my favorite people on planet Earth, owner of Well 80, Coach Chris Knutson will be on with us here in a little bit. So we'll be excited to bring him on the air. Zimmerman wins it, but Kingston comes away with it, and boy, he can fly. Marquez blocking him in the middle. Ball comes up. Perez Martin able to win the ball, though. The pass, not what was wanted by Kingston. And the Artesians come away with it. 62nd minute of action here from Wembley Field on the campus of Black Hills High School. Zimmerman to Ndoyen, taken off by Tetsane. Tetsane still coming. It's going to be taken down from behind is Lucia Tetsane. And now a talking to Neil Boyle, no foul called. Or no card given, excuse me. Tetsane up, not happy, but foul called. They get the free kick, so away we go. Lucia Tetsane, of course, the Lesotho international, recently played in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. His Lesotho team able to pitch a shutout against the Ivory Coast, and he played 88 minutes, I believe, so quite a awesome experience for him. Now McGlynn with the long ball played up. It's going to be Perez Martin who rises up to get it, and he's able to come away with the ball, and he's going to reset the offense here. Navarro taken down by Kingston. Foul called. It's going to be a free kick for Oly Town. So like I mentioned before, the temperature's still pretty warm here. As the sun goes down, the temperature on the field a lot warmer than it is outside. And boy, I can see from here our next guest, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Chris Knutson, making his way down to the broadcast area as we return to the action. It's an overlap. It's a great ball in. It's going to be McGlynn trying to get on it, but broken up by Marquez. And ladies and gentlemen, the man that needs no introduction, Chris Knutson, joining us on the air, the owner of Well 80, local soccer coaching legend, local soccer playing action or legend.
Wow.
Socktoberfest champion. Can I call you that?
I think I was a Socktoberfest champion.
Yeah. Welcome to the broadcast, Chris.
Thanks, John.
It's good to have you on here as a friend of the program, but also a sponsor of the Oly Town Artesians. You guys have been amazing partners over the years, and we're glad to have you here.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. It's fun to be here. This is a fun game. I feel like it's a pretty close match right now, and if it's not for that one goal, we might be looking at a tie here.
Yeah. It's been a pretty back and forth game. I've been commenting though about how the air temperature is going down, but the temperature on the field is picking up a little bit as the chippiness level's getting up there. Now McGlynn tries to get through, no foul called. Boyle comes away with it. So Chris, as someone who grew up playing soccer in the area, what does it mean to you to see, developmental league soccer come to the area and give the local kids an opportunity to showcase their talents?
It's pretty great. I mean, there wasn't a ton of opportunity for guys like me after high school. You can go play in college and stuff like that, but other than playing in college, there weren't a lot of these leagues around. I think when I was coming up, there was, the Yakima Reds and some stuff like that, and the Stars were doing some indoor stuff at the time, but not a high-level outdoor league like this. So this is pretty great. This, and then paired with the EPL WAs, there's some great opportunities for a lot of these guys, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's fun to see because, and the referee's just losing control of this game right now. And now a yellow card is going to come out against Jose Marquez for time wasting.
That's not the best way to waste time.
No.
When you're down a goal. But
no, it's not.
I wouldn't recommend that.
No. Well, 66 minutes in, we have our first card of the match.
I am a little surprised that's the first card of the match.
That's kind of where I'm at right now. And it's going to be a foul now against Kagea as Boyle goes down. Boyle out of Olympia High School, of course. His younger brother Calvin plays for Oly High School right now. I'm the voice of Oly High School soccer as well.
You are.
I just do the PA for him. But it's been nice to see some of these guys in high school that are able to continue playing. Players like LeBranch and Sawyer Price and
well, Ty Johnson's been running a great program over there for a number of years.
Yeah, Neil Boyle, of course, Oly High School player.
Yeah, I mean, you go way back to a lot of these guys that have come through Ty's program that are still playing, that have come through the Artesians, going all the way back to Austin.
Yeah, yeah, and they keep coming. That's the thing, is that every year the Olympia High School program has been able to reload. Capital High School has been just as talented. North Thurston has ups and downs, Timberline ups and downs, but the area is well served by a team like this, and again, your sponsorship over the years has helped immensely, and it's always nice to have a local business owner who just loves the game of soccer too. So
it's definitely a fun game. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and goal kick coming. We appreciate you too putting our broadcast on in the floor of the brew house.
That's right. Yep, it's on right now. If you can hear me, hello everybody.
Yeah, hello everybody. Also at Nicole's Bar, thank you for tuning in as well. Sorry to, another sponsor, another friend of the program.
Nicole's is a great place as well. We got a lot of great places in town.
Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, it's the end of the home season for us. This season it was a rough start to the season, but boy, things have turned around lately, and you can see the talent that we have finally gelling and finally coming together, and it's nice to see.
They're really starting to hit their stride, I feel like. I mean, I've watched all of the games. This is the first one I've been to in person. Very impressed with the play-by-play, by the way.
Stop it.
I got to say.
Stop it.
Even when you weren't there, Ryan and Matt did a fine job.
Yeah, they did me solid. That's for sure.
They had a good time with it, that's for sure.
As they should. As that one's going to go out of play. It's going to be a throw, and Cole Dobson in for the Artesians as well. That was one substitution that I missed. 69th minute of action. You're running out of time, Chris, as the Artesians trail by a goal.
I feel like they're doing a fairly good job of holding possession in the back, but moving up into that final third, they're not getting a lot of chances. They need one little spark. They had an opportunity a little bit ago.
Manny Nicasio.
Manny's had a few opportunities. There was an opportunity when Zimmerman got taken down in the box, and he wasn't able to get back up because that ball popped right back up to where he was. That could have been another opportunity. When Manny took that shot, it was right in front of me. It almost went out for a throw-in. He put so much side spin on that thing.
Yeah, he's been a revelation for this team this year. He's fun to watch. He doesn't stop. He doesn't turn the motor off. As we on cue, as he plays it out off the.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Manny was a more of an attacking player with the indoor team. Is that correct?
Yeah. So he came out of Shelton High School, and when he first started playing, he was a forward. He was a wing player, and I think throughout the years he's just been morphed into a wing back, and I think it suits him pretty well because he's got the speed and recovery to get back, but he's also got the ball skills to go forward, and so he's. I think Al Zimmerman's called him, the Swiss Army knife. He's called him a dog. Any kind of superlative you can give to Manny Nicasio, he's gotten.
Well, and every team needs those kind of guys too.
Yeah, those are people that if they're on the other team, you don't like them because they're not on your team.
That's correct. And it appears to me that Coach Smith is playing with these attacking wingbacks a little bit more than some teams do, which is great.
Yeah, that's been a staple of this team throughout the year. And now the ball comes in. It's going to be headed out by Engman, falls to Navarro, who plays it out wide, and then finally cleared by Ryerson. But, yeah, he's really he's really done a good job of exploiting the wings this season. I mean, Jason Fairhurst has been outstanding as he takes a shot that just goes up and over off the crossbar, a missile off the feet of Jason Fairhurst, but he's got about 5 or 6 assists this season.
Yeah, what a rip right there. And he had a clear opportunity, took a shot. He just needed to get over that a little bit more. Looks like it hit the football goalpost there.
Yeah, up and over for 3, but 0 in this game. Martin plays it up, and it's going to just flick up and go out of play. No, it's still in. Everybody thought it was going out, but it didn't go out. McGlynn now plays a through ball diagonally to the outside. It's Ryerson on the overlap. Ryerson now gets around Nicasio, plays it into the middle. It's going to be headed up and won by Sebastian Navarro. Calfo tried to win it. Zimmerman stabbed at it, and the ref says play on.
Navarro sure is solid in that holding midfielder position there.
Yeah, everybody just kind of stopped playing right there. It's kind of strange. Referee called an advantage. Zimmerman puts McGlynn down, and
there he calls a foul.
And he calls a foul there. So there we go. That's kind of the way it's been going on. So anyway, so here's Kingston. The header by Engman, or by Kagea. Boy, he was wide open.
Kagea had a great opportunity there. He was wide open, couldn't get over the top of that.
Nope, just a little bit too high for him. I don't know if you've noticed, but Peter Kingston, just a burner out on the wing. This is the 3rd time we've seen Ballard play, and I've been impressed with his skill all 3 games. It's always fun to find players with speed that also can control the ball and win the ball. And Doyen now plays from behind. Leatherman wins it, and he's going to clear it out to Christian Engman.
Well, Ballard has definitely been able to get some really impressive players to come sign with them. And I know they have a huge pool being in Seattle that they can draw from. You know, a lot of really great college soccer programs up there.
Right. I was just, before you came on, Lamar Nagel was on with us, and we were talking about the high level of D1 talent in the area. I mean, you look at Gonzaga, UW, Portland, Seattle U, Oregon State. These are all high-level programs. And the ability to keep these players local in the offseason helps draw fan bases. It helps these players get out and expose themselves. And it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely. It'll be huge.
Now a chance for a breakout with Boyle. Boyle plays it to the outside to Andoyan. Andoyan now with Manny on the overlap. Manny plays it back to Andoyan. Andoyan takes a shot. It's going to be blocked and headed out by Engman. Falls to Manny. Shot is going to be blocked. Zimmerman gets there first. Ball's still down. Advantage played. Played in. It's going to be blocked by Hellerin as Boyle was there. And Hellerin made the save.
Wow, that was something else. We were just talking about Manny making those runs up there. Had the opportunity, but they couldn't create in that final third and finish that off.
All right, we're going to make a couple substitutions here. Trevor Thompson and Nigel El Sakari making his debut, coming in. And before we jump on to the broadcast even further, I'd like to say thank you to Chris Knutson for joining us. And Chris, as always, it's a pleasure to see you, and thanks again for your support. Well 80, an awesome place to go before, during, and after Artesians games. Thanks for your support, Chris.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me on. Oly, Oly, Oly.
Let's play. Rotating. We're back to the action here. Thanks again, Chris Knutson, for jumping on. We've got just a smorgasbord of people jumping on the air tonight. This is fantastic for me because usually I'm all by myself over here and my voice hurts at the end of the day. And so we've had Adam Becker from the MASL Tacoma Stars. We've had Lamar Nagel from Ballard FC and formerly of the Tacoma Stars. Chris Knutson, Well 80, owner, local soccer legend. And now I'd like to welcome to the broadcast Sam Zizette, also former Stars player and current ownership group member of Ballard FC. Sam, welcome to the broadcast.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. And, the theme of the day, what I'm trying to do is just, really highlight the success that the league has had this year. I know it's hard for you because you're watching the game. but the success that you guys individually have had as a team, but just I think the Northwest Division as a whole has been very successful. I mean, it helps to have a team like CFC who made the semifinals of the league last year as someone to kind of look up to. But you guys have done a fantastic job in your first year of the season, of the first year in existence. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. It has been an awesome start for us, on and off the field. It's a huge credit to our community who's really stepped up and kind of just totally wrapped themselves around this club and supported it. And it gives our players, something to fight for, something to feel proud in, and take that pride on the field and bring it all. So then it's a credit to our coaching staff, like from the recruiting side to, the management of the team and players and everything to, create an environment that allows these players to thrive and feel supported. So, no, we're super, excited. We still got this game and then 2 more league games to wrap up this season, and hopefully, we push on, and our goal is to win the division and then, go as far as we can in playoffs. But it's certainly been a fun start to the season, and it's a really fun league to be a part of. These games down here in Olympia, this is our second one, and then the one at home, second game of the season for us. Those are such fun games to have that interstate, or cross-town, cross-state rivalry. So it's a super fun league. So much talent in this league. So many players that are going to, push on to play professionally. So.
Right, and something I talked with both Adam and Lamar about was, the ability to keep the local talent here. Instead of sending these players out to other parts of the country because there just isn't that league out here. The ability to keep the guys home. I mean, you've got players from Seattle U on your team. You've got players from UW on your team, Gonzaga. I mean, local guys that are able to stay here and play. That ball blocked by Zimmerman. Shot by Kingston. That's going to leave a mark. But, boy, you talked about the coaching, and I don't think you can give enough credit to the coaches in this league because you have such a limited time to work with these players. And a lot of these guys have never played before, and maybe they played youth soccer together because you see some of the guys are from the same area, but boy, just a limited time to coach these guys up, get them to play as a team, and you can't give enough credit to these coaches.
Oh yeah, no, I mean the hours that they're putting in and the passion that they're putting into this, is a huge part of. Oh, sorry, I'm distracted.
No, it's quite all right. It's quite all right.
This is so new to me. I'm always a nervous wreck during games, just sick to my stomach until the game ends. But yeah, no, I mean for Jason and our staff, and I know all the coaches around the league are just putting in the hours and putting their whole selves and passion into this. So and ultimately, right, what we want is for these players to push on and achieve their dreams to play professionally. So when they have a coach that's leading the way, that gives them that support, that's what's going to help them push there, is to have that there. So it's awesome.
Yeah, ball won back by Oly Town. Good press by Kingston, but it's broken up by Jordan Zimmerman. And now Trevor Thompson on the run. Trevor Thompson can run for days. He's got speed to burn. He just checked into the game as well as Nigel El Sakari. Now, and the shot comes in. It's going to goes high. It's always going high. He just couldn't get over it. But a good effort nevertheless. We're still at 1-0, 80th minute. Substitution coming in now. It's going to be number 23. And on my sheet, that means it's Kevin Galliano coming in. Boy, and Kevin Galliano, Northern Illinois University?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in that Memorial Day game and scored 2 goals within 10 minutes of the second half. And, boy, he is fun to watch. And, again, it's just a testament to the talent that you're able to draw. And he's coming off the bench with 10 minutes to go, and he's a phenomenal player. So, yeah, you guys have really done a good job of getting the players. And, And I guess I want to ask you, like, what was the spark for you? Like, what was the catalyst for you to make this jump into USL 2? I mean, I'm not going to say it's thankless because it's not, but boy, it's a chore. I mean, to start a team from the ground up. As Thompson runs there, tries to get there, cleared out by Engman.
Yeah, for me, the idea came when I was playing and kind of traveling around and playing for different clubs and seeing what grassroots community level soccer can mean to people. Because, oh boy.
Oh, ball off the post. Oh, it was off the crossbar of the football goalposts. Okay, sorry, Sam.
Oh, no, it's okay. Like what that kind of grassroots level soccer can do for people, because there's a certain level of access, being so close to the field, getting to meet, know the players personally, meet them, see your friends and family or whoever, people, your neighbors, people at the game. And there's just like a level of community that can happen at this level that I think is really special and strengthens, the bonds of a community and brings people closer together. And I saw that as a player when I was playing around, particularly for a USL 2 club called AFC Ann Arbor, and what they do for that community there in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and just felt like our community in Ballard would support that and celebrate their pride in the community through this team, right? Like we see ourselves really as like a medium to celebrate pride in Ballard and pride in Seattle, and just like a way to celebrate that and really wrap yourselves around that and have some pride in your neighborhood and community. So that was kind of like the spark, and then the second piece for me is
Nigel El Sakari just leads Fairhurst too much. Mentioned before, Nigel El Sakari, Capital High School grad. I looked up some stats on him. So his senior year at Capital High School, 30 goals and 22 assists in one season.
In a high school
season? In a high school season, yeah.
Jeez.
He played 1 year at UW, and then I don't think he played at all, but I don't know what happened to him afterwards, but we're glad to have him here.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, like when we went up there on Memorial Day and seeing a crowd of about 1,000, 1,500 people there, I mean, that was, for a lot of these guys, they'll never have played in an atmosphere like that. And I think it's a testament to the way you guys have run your club that you've gotten that support. And it was fun. It was just a fun environment to be in.
No, thank you. I mean, yeah, that first game was an absolute, I kind of like blacked out for the whole thing, to be honest, because it was so like we'd been working towards that day for so long. But yeah, there's something about like seeing people enter the stadium, and there's a certain energy and a positivity that comes in there of like what people are bringing. And it's just such I don't know, it's an honor to be able to work to continue to improve this and like create this and give something for people to be really excited about and take pride in and feel that joy. So it's also crazy how short this season is. We're coming up on our last couple home games here, and it feels literally like a week ago that we were hosting that game, right. May 30th, and it's just it just flies by. But luckily for us, the summer months we get the best weather.
Yeah. Well, the schedulers didn't do any favors by, I think you had 2 games in the first, 4 weeks of the season, it seemed like. And then everything is, no call there. Kingston went down, and I think the theme of the day is play on, I guess. So.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I kind of actually appreciate when a game can really flow. And I think the referees have done a good job here letting the game flow. And it allows, when everything's being called, it kind of is a lot of stop-start, and it slows the game down. It's really choppy, and I feel like this game has really flowed, in part because both teams are really fighting for it and playing hard here, but also because the referee is letting it play, which I can appreciate.
Absolutely. Well, Sam, I'm going to have to cut this short because I've got another person wanting to jump on.
Of course.
But, boy, Sam, it's been a pleasure talking with you, and congratulations on the success this season, and good luck in the playoffs as well, as you guys clinched a playoff spot. So
thank you.
Good luck with that, and we'll be following you from afar as you make your way through the USL2 playoffs.
Well, thank you, and it's congratulations to you all on a highly successful first season, and we're so happy to have such a great local opponent here, that are great hosts and a great club for us to compete with and compete against. And so thank you and congratulations to a successful first season to you all as well.
Well, thank you very much. And, Sam, it's been a pleasure, and good luck in the future. And just like that, we're going to jump right into Ryan Perkins. Ryan Perkins, ownership group of the Oly Town Artesians.
Hey, howdy.
Halftime MC.
What's good, gang? Welcome.
Fill-in broadcaster.
Oh boy,
jack of all trades.
I do a lot of acting on the side. I think my life is an act sometimes. But John, you're doing a great job. Close game here. Looking for a last-minute Dancing Goats goal here in the final minutes.
Absolutely, we're in the 87th minute right now. Substitutions coming fast and furious now. Coming in next for Ballard FC is going to be number 4, and that is Leo Burney. Leo Burney, the big center back for Ballard FC. Now, Ryan, we've had a really fun day today. For me as a broadcaster, it's always nice to bring different perspectives into the booth. We've been able to have coaches, players, owners, sponsors. It's been a great night as a broadcaster, as Perez Martin able to make the save there.
Great save.
Yeah, it was. So for you as an owner, Ryan, this has been a fun year. It's been a stressful year. It's been an anxiety-ridden year, I'm sure. But overall, I mean, you look across the way here from where we're standing, and you see a bunch of people that are getting into the game, cheering on the boys, and it's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, I think the community support, especially today, and you look up in the crowd over there and everybody tuning into the broadcast, thank you so much for tuning in. It does make all the work and sleepless nights definitely worth it to see this crowd and see our team perform well and hopefully get a last-minute goal here. But at the same time, it looks like we're going to see a cross here.
Yeah, Thompson plays it into the middle. It's going to be broken up nicely.
Nice little interception there.
Number 12 with the break, and that is, as I scan my notes here, Charles Gaffney.
Looks like a sub coming in here for Ballard.
Yep, Leo Burney's going to make his way in.
Yeah, so it's, there's a lot of stress that goes into it, but definitely worthwhile in the end, and it's great to see the product on the field. I just feel real fortunate that we can provide a program that is not a pay-to-play program, so community sponsors, donations, things like that really keep the lights on here at Oly Town. Actually, oh, wow, there's a beautiful QR code. Get your phones out, folks. But we really can't operate without wonderful sponsors and community support and donations. And if you did feel like supporting Oly Town Artesians today, there is a QR code that goes direct to a donation fund for our programs, the NWPL, the women who won the championship this year, and then also our USL2 men that are wrapping up their final home game here, and hopefully they can sneak in a goal here in the final minutes. But, yeah, John, you're a part of the success, and can't thank you enough for such a great, inaugural USL2 season and our last home match, and can't thank you enough, man.
Well, I appreciate the kind words, Ryan. It's been fun on my end. This is a game that I'm extremely passionate about, and finally we have an outlet in this area. I mean, we've had the EPLWA team, which is fantastic. Roots have been laid here. You've taken it to another level, and just seeing the talent across the board in this league it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun to see how well, I mean, not even just the talent, but how well Oly Town itself has improved over the last month of the season.
Oh, yeah, it's a night and day difference, and hopefully we can make a defensive stop here and get down the field.
Another save by Perez Martin. He gets down to block that one.
Decent
and now
sub.
Craig Johnson wants the ball. It's going to come in. Leo Burney's going to get there first, and he's going to drill it into the backstop of the baseball field.
Yeah, well, Oly Town needs to march downfield here and make something happen.
Long ball by Boyle, headed down by Marquez. Thompson on the overlap, but it's going to be Hellerin that comes out to make the save.
Looks like we're going to have 3 minutes of stoppage time. The fourth official here is trying to get Coach Jason Smith's attention, let him know.
I don't think that Coach Smith is very happy with the officiating tonight.
Oh, no, he is not. He is going to probably send a nice little letter to the league after this. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, well, beyond all that stuff that's out of our control, what's in our control is the great sponsors that we've had all year. And Ryan, I know you're so thankful as the ball's played wide to Craig Johnson. Now Craig Johnson with good touch falls down, maintains possession.
Way to keep his balance on that.
Absolutely. Now he finds Thompson with acres of space. Thompson now flicks it into the middle. It's going to just float into the hands of Hellerin.
Yeah, we can't do this without our great sponsors, Forma Construction, some of our title sponsors, Well Lady Brew House, Dancing Goats Coffee, Van Dorm Realty. It's just phenomenal to see the community support, Wembley Soccer Shop. It just really goes to show how much it takes, to run a USL2 team and an NWPL team, and the business buy-in, the community buy-in, the fans that are in the stands. And we had a record crowd today, and we're super appreciative, and we're looking to build on this and get better. And we do appreciate everybody that's tuning in, their support, and considering us in the future if you're not currently doing so. So thanks, John. That's well said. Definitely.
And I can tell you a little anecdote. So last week we didn't broadcast the game, so I was able to come as a fan, and I had so much fun, man. It was the crowd was full, the atmosphere was hot. It was just a really good time. So as much as I'd love for you guys to just sit on your couch and listen to me blabber on about soccer, coming out to the game is even more fun than that. And unfortunately this year we don't have any more games, but next year, of course, we'll have games. And if you're so inclined, come out and support the WISL team this winter as they continue on again.
Got some indoor arena soccer coming up here in about 4 or 5 months. And, I mean, as much as I appreciate everybody being on the broadcast, people sitting in the seats really means a lot to the program and getting a ticket. So if you are local, come out to the game in the future and support the program. So hopefully there's some more time left in this stoppage and we can march and sneak in a goal here.
I think this is our last gasp here. Johnson moving forward. Gaffney checks him out. Thompson gets the ball, plays it out wide now. Nigel El-Sakari with it. El-Sakari. Long ball into the middle, looking for Marquez. He chests it down. It falls to Boyle. He turns it around, plays it out wide. Taken down in the box, no call, and that is going to do it.
Unfortunate.
Yep, as the ball just behind Sebastian Navarro, and nothing could be done there. And the Artesians are going to fall tonight 1-0 to Ballard FC in a hard-fought game. I'd like to thank all the guests that helped pass the time tonight. I wish I could have done more play-by-play, but it was a lot of fun having some local soccer figures, I guess, stalwarts, legends come out and support the Oly Town Artesians and everything that the USL2 is trying to do. Once again, final score 1-0, a 45th minute goal by Alex Mejia. The difference in the game, Oly Town with their chances, but unable to get past the keeper, Hellerin. And that's where it ends, 1-0, the final score. As we've done plenty of times this season and tonight, I'd like to thank our sponsors, because we couldn't do this without you. So our sponsors, thank you so much. Sylvan Pet Lodge, Olympia Hotel, Forma Construction, ThurstonTalk.com, The Drift, Olympia Jeep, Skokomish Tourism, Dancing Goats Coffee Bar, Lucky Dog Casino. Thank you, our webcast sponsor, GGCW Renovations, iFiber One, KMAS, Washington Orthopedic Center, Well 80 Artesian Brewing, Wembley Soccer Shop, and Van Dorm Realty. Thank you all. Oh, and last but not least, Foot and Ankle Surgical Associations. FASA, thank you for your support this season as well. Well, the home season comes to an end with a 1-0 loss to Ballard FC in a well-played game by both teams. And, just a rough way to end the home season. But, boy, 2-day turnaround as the Artesians run down the I-5 corridor to take on the OVF Alliance on Saturday down in Albany, Oregon. That kickoff is scheduled for 6 o'clock from South Albany High School. And then the final game of the season will be next Friday, a 7 o'clock kick from the Eastside Timbers and Thorns Soccer Complex in Portland, Oregon, as Oly Town closes out the season with a game against PDX. So, once again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to the broadcast tonight. And as always, a tough one, a tough loss, 1-0 in a well-played game, but that is the way the ball bounces sometimes. But we'll be back on Saturday. Join us at 5:30 for the pregame show here on Facebook and YouTube. Also like to thank Cartwright Media, Brandon Cartwright, as well as Trevor Cartwright, his brother, who's our cameraman. And, of course, everybody out there watching, thank you. This is why I do it. I do it for you, and I appreciate you tuning in each and every week. Once again, on behalf of all of our sponsors, I'm John McLamry signing off. We'll see you Saturday night from Albany. Have a good night. We'll see you then.